So let's put this back in, and then we come to another clever design of the filter itself. It's the hose holder over here. So yeah, about the clever hose connector here, whatever you call it. This locking mechanism is well designed. As you can see, when you place the hose connector onto the canister filter here properly, and when you push down this lever over here, it will actually pull the connector down and lock it in place. And also now the joint is still the water is still blocked by this lever over here. The water still can't go through, so you actually have to push this one all the way down to open up the valve, so which is very clever. So if you want to disconnect this one, you will want to close the valve, so you actually can't disconnect it without pulling the white lever up, so which is brilliant. So to disconnect it, you have to close the valve first, because there's no point to disconnect without closing the valve. And then you can disconnect it like this. Actually push itself up by itself. So when it becomes hard to push it in or push it out, you just apply lubricant again. It should be very easy to push in and out. Can't be too hard. So during maintenance, one of the important thing about this is that I've seen my customer doesn't understand how this thing works. They have problems starting to back up when they clean it. Actually, it's very quite simple. When you want to clean this one, and my phone ring, I have to take it, so I'll be back. I'll cut the film here first. So yeah, let's continue. Where were we? Yeah, about the water changes over here. So for those that doesn't understand, whenever you do water maintenance, you switch off the pump, close this valve over here, so the water won't travel in between parts. So the linkage should be blocked. Water can't go through or in or out. Then you disassemble here. A little bit of water will come out, which is not a problem. You can just cover with a piece of cloth or something. Remove this. So once you remove this, which means this part, the rivet hose over here that connect here to your aquarium, there will be water inside there. No, that's very important for you to understand. There's water inside there. As long as you didn't change the water remove the water from the aquarium in the same time as well, because once you remove the water, when it reaches the strainer area, you remove too much, the strainer might suck in air, the water will come out from the hose. But if you don't do that, the hose over here, it will have water in it. So once you clean everything, as long as this bucket is empty, when you put it back inside here, lock it in place, and when you open the valve, the water in here will start to flow into the bucket over here because of gravity. So when the water will flow in here, it have to come in somewhere. It will come in from the aquarium, because this one is connected to the aquarium. As long as the strainer is not in the air, exposed to air, it's inside the water of the aquarium, it will continue to draw water there. It will continue to suck, because the gravity keep on pulling the water in the tube into the bucket over here, and then the oxygen here will exit from the bucket over here through this tube into your aquarium, where you see bubbles will start to bubbling up from your outflow. So, and the bucket over here, the gas in here, the air in here will slowly be covered up by aquarium water, and it will reach to the top by itself because of gravity. So if you connect this one to the power supply and leave it on, once the water reaches to the top, the pump will take over and start working by itself, which means there's no need to prime or do anything else. It will start by itself. So, but if you somehow doesn't manage to maintain the strainer in the water, where the air gets sucked into the tube, it will stop this process from working. Or if you have nothing to do, if you try to fill up this bucket with a bit of water first, because you are too free, then it might not work, because the air will create a gap between the water will create an air gap between them, which might block the water from coming in, because the air will want to force back up, because air go upward, water come downward. That's why many of you couldn't get stuck, because you put water in here, or you manage to get air into the tube, where else it should work by itself, because every time when you do it properly, it will start working by itself, unless in some cases where the outflow has been connected to an water chiller. So it all depends on the design of the heat exchanger of the chiller, and also the location of it. So that parts might trap air and create an air gap, airlock. So in that case, it might not work as well, but most of the time it will work by itself. And if it doesn't work, if there's an airlock in your chiller, the thing you can do is that make sure this part here is empty, no water, and then you can try to suck on the outflow of the aquarium there, or you're a bit hygienic like me, you can get some of those those pump where you change the water to squeeze the water out, those pump, poke it into the poke the suction there, the part that suck in the water there into the outflow of the canister filter, and pump from there, which will act like you're sucking the air from the aquarium here. So when you suck it, the air coming out from there have to go in from somewhere. So it will come. The only way it can go in is the strainer, the hose that got tied to the strainer where they suck the water in. So because the strainer in the water, instead of sucking air, it will suck water, and when it get past the top level of the aquarium, where it start to drop down, the gravity will take over and start sucking the water by itself. That simple. Okay, so to sum it out, the Fluval 6 series canister filter is powerful. It's quite powerful. One of the most, if not the most powerful canister filter in the market. It's very reliable, hardy, and also it's very good in design. And also the parts is quite cheap compared to some other in the canister filter that's in the same price range. The parts is quite much more cheaper than the other brands, and as long as you use it properly, this thing should last for a long time and should work very fine for you. Yeah, so that's all. Bye.